Crusading journalist and political activist, Charlotta Bass was at the forefront of the civil rights struggles of her time. Charlotta Bass was an extraordinary woman. Why? She recognized her talent and had the courage to act upon convictions. She also did the unexpected. In an era when racism was rampant and women and people of color were largely excluded from public discourse, she headed an African American newspaper in Los Angeles that sought civil rights for the disadvantaged. As editor of the California Eagle from 1912 to 1951, Charlotta Bass was a tireless advocate for social change. Born in 1874 in South Carolina, she moved to Los Angeles in 1910 and found a job selling subscriptions at the Eagle newspaper for $5 a week. At the time, the Eagle was California's oldest African American newspaper. In 1912, the manager of the paper asked Charlotta to take over as editor. A year later, she bought the newspaper for $50 and changed the name to the California Eagle. Her newspaper career spanned 40 years, through World War I and II, the Great Depression, and the early Civil Rights Movement. Throughout these changing times, the California Eagle was Charlotta Bass's voice to challenge inequality for African Americans, workers, women, and other minorities. But she was not content with merely describing unjust conditions. She used her weekly column On the Sidewalk and other editorials to promote direct action campaigns. Through her 1931 Don't Shop Where You Can't Work campaign, she promoted boycotts of places known for discriminatory hiring practices. Charlotta attacked racism on all fronts by calling attention to police brutality against minorities and condemning the derogatory portrayal of African Americans by Hollywood. She also pushed for reform and ran as a political candidate at the local and national level. In 1952, Charlotta Bass made history by becoming the first African American woman to run for Vice President of the United States, running with the slogan, "Win or lose, we win by raising the issues." Charlotta Bass exposed prejudice in all areas of life and wasn't afraid of the repercussions. Her uncompromising stance against racial injustice resulted in her life being threatened on many occasions. She was also branded a communist, and the FBI placed her under surveillance on the charge that her paper was subversive. But she never wavered in her pursuit of justice. Charlotta Bass and her newspaper served the people, speaking for them and fighting for them against inequality. The combined force of her writing and political activism helped to lay the groundwork for the civil and political liberties we enjoy today.